So let us begin. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaita Amritabarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charnu Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum. Now we are studying the Karma Yoga. This Karma Yoga up to 30 we have already done. We have last time. But before I start, I'd like to congratulate you for the new year, 2017. As they say, Happy New Year. So one after another, days are passing, it is becoming month again following another month and becoming a year. And every moment actually we are proceeding towards the end of the life. We began in one time and will be end up in one place. But in between, we have to practice our dharma. The dharma means, here the dharma, if we translate as religion, I don't think that will be correct. But here dharma means all our responsibilities, our duties. When we were children, we were having some dharma, like the study, listening to the parents, also listening to the teachers, seniors. Afterwards, we grew up, we got some responsibilities. Now we are performing those responsibilities perfectly. And then the time will come that also we will be free from that responsibility. And then our responsibility will be to prepare our mind towards the highest goal. And that is the reason in India they gave us the 4 different parts. That's called Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Purushartha, that means a Purusha, a human, should strive to reach to that goal. And first is the Dharma. That means learning. Dharma doesn't mean that we have to perform the ritual. That is afterwards. But the dharma means the responsibility. If we learn about that, if we know about that, we practice that, then the human society become wonderful. And second comes artha. That is very, very important. Perhaps many of you know, I was giving the class and I am continuing the Mahabharata in the Hindu temple, Lemont. And that Mahabharata, there, in Mahabharata, they have explained these Purusharthas. There are 4: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. We have completed, according to the Mahabharata, what is Dharma, what is Artha, what is Kama, and now from tomorrow, Saturday, we will start what is Moksha, the ultimate. That Moksha, the freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from the different type of waves that we are having, that. Equilibrium, that is called freedom. In the Prakriti actually is a term that is mainly used by the Samkhya philosophy, but the Vedanta call it as a prana, and slowly different type of waves are coming, Satya, Raja, Tama, and we are behaving in a different way. That means the actions are going on. When we make it once again the same equilibrium, in the cosmic level, that is going back to the original source. In the individual level, it is moksha, going to the original. So that towards the moksha we are going. In the second chapter, Sri Krishna, the Bhagavan, he gave an idea about that Atman, the Brahman, the Paramatman, etc. And the third chapter, he is giving us the action. Because each and every one, because of the nature, Prakriti. What is the Prakriti? We will have the different definition of Prakriti. Shankaracharya said that the past lives, whatever karma that we have done, all those accumulated actions are our Prakriti. Some are quiet type, some are very active, some are thoughtful, some are different, so emotional, so different type of Prakriti because of that past karma. According to Prakriti, we are bound to, forced to react. We cannot avoid it. We can never avoid it. And that is very, very important. When we cannot do that, then how can you proceed? Here the uniqueness of the Hindu religion, understanding this, they have utilized all the Prakritis, all the temperaments, all the moods, and here they say action fast. Because the Kriya, when a child, you will see the tremendous activity because of the energy. The children cannot walk, they are all the time running. So much of energy. And that energy is constantly coming. And the same energy is having something like a candle. There's the wax is there, constant flow of molten wax is there. At the same time, there is a static wick. So the light is burning. Similarly, in our life also, activities are there. But there is an Atman, there is the soul, the Jivatma. That is actually giving us the light. So we understand that how? By understanding scripture. So scripture is just like the mother, helping us to understand that. To whom? Not to the animals, not to the other creatures, but to man. What type of person? Those who are thoughtful. So the Bhagavad Gita giving us the idea. And who is giving the idea? The God himself. So that is so important. Here, let us chant from 25th. This is 3rd chapter, 25th verse. Sakta karman aviddhamso yatha kurvanti bharata Gurjad vidyams tatha shakta chikirshu loka samgraham. Avidyamsa, vidya and avidya. There are two types of knowledge. What is vidya? Understanding the reality. What is avidya? Not understanding the reality. What is the reality? Reality is Atman is the only existence. And all that we see is nothing but the manifestation of that, projection of that. Now, when you go to watch a movie, we watch that all those characters on a screen. Only the people who are really thoughtful, they know there is a white screen. And all these pictures that we see over there, if that screen is not there, all these pictures we won't be able to see. So when a person not understanding, not realizing, not knowing that there is a permanent thing over which all these things are projected, the way he thinks is avidya. We can imagine, I can remember when we were young boys, we used to go to see the movie, mainly Tarzan movies. In those days, it was very popular. And sometimes I myself have shouted to make the Tarzan careful about the lion which is coming from the back, forgetting that it is only the picture, accepting that as a reality. Many people, they will go and cry, they weep and so many things, because thinking that that's a reality. Most of our young people, everywhere, all over, they take those actors and actresses as real, and they accept them as their idols, but they are not real. This is called avidya, ignorance, not understanding the reality. Now here, I saw one actress, an Indian actress. I was waiting in Delhi airport, and she was sitting just in front of me. You won't believe the beautiful she looks on the screen and the ugly that she was in reality. So that is if you don't understand that, that is called ignorance. Sakta avidyam karman avidyamsa. Avidyamsa, those who are actually not understanding the reality, avidya, ignorance, the people going under that ignorance, spell of ignorance, unwise. The work that they are doing with all full attachment. They are thinking, unless and until I get this, I am going to miss something. Then Sri Krishna advising us to work in that fashion, in that way, with that zeal, but unattached. How you can become unattached? How you will get the impetus to work, inspiration to work? Then he used the word loka samgraham, for the betterment of others. The guidance of the world for the betterment of the others. I am doing so that other people will be benefited. Sakta karman avidyamsa yatha kurvanti bharata. O Bharata, as an action, as a do unwise, attached to the work, act, so should the wise act. O descendant of Bharata, without attachment, desirous of the guidance of the world. When we do some work, we need some impetus, we need some inspiration. Why should we work? This is the impetus, this is the inspiration. Now Shankaracharya traveled all the length and breadth of India. Bhagavan Buddha also did the same thing. Swami Vivekananda did everything. He went everywhere. Even in America, he was not knowing the condition of America. He was traveling everywhere with a group of people, a company who was arranging the lectures. And they used to earn a lot of money out of that and not properly paying to Swamiji. Can you imagine, he was going to so many different places in the same cold, and not that nowadays our cars are all heated. There was nothing, but he was traveling. One day he used to lecture 9, 10, 11 talks in different places. Why he did? Loka samgraha, for the betterment of the people. Now in the next he says, Na buddhi bhedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam yojayet sarva karmani vidyani yukta samacharan. Karma sanginam, the people who are attached to these worldly things. Why they are attached to it? Because they think that that is real. They are thinking that that is the only thing that we must have to achieve it. Without that, we are going to lose everything. That is the attachment. So, karma sanginam, the people who are attached. You should not go and tell them that you should not do this, this is all. Then they will be in a total confusion because they have not understood the reality. So that is the teaching. They say you should not do that. And that is the reason we find Jesus, when he was talking, giving the sermon to the ordinary people, he was speaking in a different way. But when he was ready to give his real instructions to only some few, those who became his apostles, those who became his direct disciples, he took them into a different place. And then, in solitude, when others are not there, only those people who are there, he gave the sermon. The Sermon on the Mount, that is the famous, the sermon. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to talk to each and everyone. He used to visit so many houses. There also many people came and he was talking with them. He never gave the lecture, but constantly he talked to so many people. But only when he understood that Naren, Rakhal, Baburam, this young group of boys, they are ready to understand. Then he used to take them separately in their room, in his room. He used to see that nobody around. He used to close the door and he used to give the real teaching. Na buddhi veda janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. Now one person asked, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, he was Swami Shivanandaji, what Sri Ramakrishna taught you secretly? And he said, nothing special, almost the same thing. But he spoke in such a way that entered into our soul. We cannot forget that. And he taught, even Jesus also, now it is all published. The Sermon on the Mount, 6 or 8 instructions that he gave. And very simple. But the way he taught to them, so that is not possible to tell the people in the world, because then they will be confused. And what exactly happened at the time of Buddhism and Jainism? And same way, they have taught the highest truth to the ordinary people. Expected that each and every ordinary people should also perform in that fashion as a highest monk is expecting to do, is supposed to do. And the result? Confusion. And constantly losing the confidence. So he said, sadharme nidhanam sreya. It will come. So, nabuddhi vedam janayet. One should not unsettle the understanding of the ignorant. That is the meaning. Next come prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahamkara vimur atma kartaham iti manyate. And this is very, very important. Now, we always think that I have done, I am doing. If you don't like to think in that way, all around people will force you to think in that way. Oh, you are a great person, you are talking in that way, you are giving in the writing, you are all this way. They will go on constantly telling, and it will enter into your brain in such a way, I am so and so. So, ahamkara, that means egoistic person. And what happened? Bimudha is totally bewildered. How? Prakriti. Because the Prakriti, the nature, what is Prakriti? The Shankara said equilibrium of qualities. But Samkhya, it is the Prakriti which is doing everything. In Shankara philosophy, in short, we can say that two entities, one is Purusha, another is Prakriti. On the basis of that, almost, we find the Shiva and Kali. The Purusha, having all knowledge, inactive. Prakriti, with the support of the Purusha, with the knowledge of the Purusha, active. So that is the Purusha and Prakriti. And Vedanta says that is Maya, and that is Prana. Everything is nothing but the Prana. So whatever, in the weather, in the atmosphere, we are constantly going on accepting the energy. And the main source of energy supply is the sun. Sun is going on sending us the energy. And accordingly, we are accepting that, receiving that, utilizing that, like a burning candle receiving the continuous flow of the molten wax. Unless there is a constant flow of the molten wax, it won't burn. But at the same time, when the wax is molten, flow is there, but the wick is also necessary. Otherwise, what is going to burn? How it will be lighted? Similarly, there is Atman. So we are getting the energy, constant flow of energy, but static is also there. What is the static? Atman. So that Atman, that is called Prana. Everything that is happening is nothing but the Prana. And this afterwards, the Vedanta, to make people understand what is Prana, because it got confused with our breathing also. Breathing also became Prana. The word prana has been used for that, so it became mixed up. So they say Hiranyagarbha and the Brahman, but lower standard Brahman. So Apara, Brahma, like this, it all came. So highest Brahman and the lower Brahman. So all this nothing but the prana in the Vedanta. And also they say Prakriti means Maya. All that you see is nothing but the main thing is the Atman. That Prakriti anyway, the Prakriti means Sattva, Raja, Tama, when it is in a tranquil condition, all the same, that's called Prakriti. When that tranquility is breaking, then the Srishti. Then where from the Srishti, the creation, the projection is coming? From Prakriti. But Prakriti is depending on the Purusha. So Purusha is one and Prakriti is many. That is the philosophy of the Samkhya. So here the Prakriti, it says, the Prakriti means, out of the Prakriti means the guna, Sattva, Raja, Tama. So Prakriti kriyamanani, Gunai karmani sarvashaha. Guna means that sattva, raja, tama. These three qualities, that is giving the human being the impetus to work. Some people are going and trying to rob of someone, and in the process hitting or injuring a person, and someone else will come immediately to nurse that person, to help that person. Why these two different people? Because the Prakriti. Now the question is, in which camp I will go, bad or good? That is my choice. If I like to be good, if I like to be helping others, ultimately I will help myself. That will come. But ahamkara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Vimuda, totally, the confused people, those who are understanding deluded by egotism, those who are constantly thinking aham, 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 I, their understanding is deluded. And if this type of people become the leader of the society, dangerous. And we have already seen in the history, only one person, only one single man, he created such a havoc. Millions and millions of people were killed just for him. And what is he? Ego. That is the dangerous. So this is the reason they say, ahamkara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. I am the doer, they think. And that is tattavittu mahabaho guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. One day, Swami Vivekananda, that time he was not Vivekananda Narendra, but he became the leader of a group of dedicated young people. So he was, they are all friends, but Naren was their leader. So one day they ate a lot. They went to a friend's house, and the friend's mother cooked many, many varieties. They ate a lot in the night. And then today we have ate our full, all this, they were discussing. And Narendra suddenly told, look at you. You were supposed to practice meditation, supposed to become monk, and now you are only, the whole evening you are discussing about the food. That means your mind has gone to the body. And that is bad. Again, we have to withdraw the mind from the body and take it to the soul. Come, let us sit and meditate. Whole night we should meditate. And like the traditional monks, they lighted a fire. They call it dhuni. That is the name of that particular fire, dhuni. And they sat around that fire and started meditating whole night. So one is the body consciousness, another is the soul consciousness. The consciousness going to the Atman, that makes you God. The consciousness going to the body, inert, makes you animal. So that is they say tattva vittu, and this tattva vittu mahabaho. Tattva vid means knower of the truth. Tattva vid. What is the tattva? Truth. What is the truth? There is nothing but consciousness. And sometimes that consciousness we termed as God. There is nothing but God. So naturally that is called tattva. Tattva vittu. Vid means the knower. Mahabaho. He is addressing Arjuna this time as not as Bharata, but as the Mahabaho. You are a hero. The human beings are not weak, they are heroes. They can become whatever they like to become. That is the power that they are having. Guna and karma, the divisions of the gunas and their actions. So when my mind is going down, I am becoming angry with someone, becoming jealous with someone, becoming critic for something, immediately I should be careful. Oh my God, the Rajaguna and Tamaguna is trying to capture my mind. Immediately I have to be conscious. No, he is having so many good qualities. Why should I criticize? So immediately the opposite way we have to flow the thought, that is called Sattaguna. Ma Saradamani Devi could not criticize anyone, not even an ant. Why? Constantly she used to pray when she used to practice the spirituality. Whole night she used to meditate, looking at the moon, praying, "Oh moon." Even some people say that you have some blemishes, something wrong, but please give me these blessings that my mind become completely pure. I should not find any fault with others. That is the spirituality. Not finding fault with others. And that is the highest quality. How can we develop that? Sattaguna. We have to develop that Sattaguna first. And for that we have to fight a lot, because major portion of our mind is Tamaguna. And then the next portion comes Rajaguna. And Sattaguna is almost nil. Now we have to go in a reverse way. Sattaguna should be at least 99%. And if 1% is left, that should be Rajaguna, no Tamaguna. So that is called the practice of spirituality. So who can do it? Tattavittu. Prakriti guna sammudha. That is in 29 words. Prakriti guna sammudha sajjante guna karmasu tana krishna vido mandan krishna binna vichalayet. Now again, it's giving the reminder, a perfect knowledge, man of perfect knowledge should not unsettle people of dull wit and imperfect knowledge. Should not unsettle means then he will lose everything. In the last class I was giving an example. The ordinary people, they believe if you do like this, then you will get this, and like all this. So obviously, the one person in a village, he invited me to his house and he said, "Swamiji, can you please touch this mango tree?" He has a mango tree. So I told, "But why?" "No, you are a holy man. If you touch this mango tree, then I will get a good crop." Well, last few years, it is coming, the flower is coming, but the fruits are not developing. Something is wrong. But if you touch it, I'm sure it will. I told, "I'll touch it, sure. But you go to the horticulturist and get their advices also." The horticulturist will come and they will spray some medicines and you will see everything. And at the same time, because you are thinking, because you have the faith on me, I will also touch it. I went and touched and prayed to God, "Please don't break his faith. At least give some fruits this time." So to save my face. So like this, now the thing is this, if you say, "Oh, you idiot, you are talking like this, what is this, cannot be, don't you know this is the science?" You will create the problem for the man. He will lose his all faith. He has a great faith for the holy people. So that is the reason one should not break it. I can, this way, it's always happened, particularly in India, people have the great faith on the holy people, and naturally it becomes a problem because they have the faith, but some of the people accepting that weakness, utilizing that weakness, totally robbing them. And then afterwards, that person is completely against the religion, against the holy people. So one truck driver, I was not getting the buses, public buses, something happened. The truck driver was there, I stopped him, and there were 3 of us was there, 3 Swami. I requested him. He somehow agreed to take us to some distance. I was sitting just by his side, and other 2 Swami, somehow we crammed over there, the small cabin. And I touched his hand when he was moving. Then I told I found that it's burning. I told, are you having some fever? The बुखार हुआ आपका? हिंदी I asked him, आपका बुखार हुआ? हाँ जी बहुत. So then I told, can you please stop somewhere? Maybe in a tea shop. I also like to drink a cup of tea, and I will give you a medicine. I think that will help you. So I was having one Calpol. I believe in Calpol for everything. So that Calpol I was having, so I gave that Calpol to him. And as because they're fresh, strong people, he took that Calpol along with the hot cup of tea. And after half an hour, it was all right. He felt better. He started thinking that I am a great soul. Just because of that, I touched the cup of tea, and now through that, I have given him that respite from that fever. What to say? I tried to tell him that this is the reaction of the medicine. You keep this medicine. You won't. No. ये आपका हाथ हमारा सर पर रखिए, हो जाएगा. So that is the आपका हाथ आप मेरा सर पर रखिए. So you keep your hand on my head. So that is, and if you don't do that, it will be difficult. So that is the way, again and again, the God is teaching us, you should not break. Men of perfect knowledge should not alter, unsettle the people of dull wit and imperfect knowledge. Next he said, now it is very, very important for those who are practicing the spirituality, trying to become perfect. Mai sarvani karmani samnyasyadhyatma cetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva juddhasya vigata jaraha. We were talking about the fever, the Lord also mentioning that jara. Jara means the fever, mental fever. Be free from the mental fever. As a physical fever, similarly, mental fever. And what is that mental fever? Just like that, it makes us incapable. We think completely different way. We go in a line for the whole night to get a touch of some holy person. So we don't understand what is holiness. Unselfishness is holiness. Why should I have to go in that way? But rather let us practice that so that I myself can become holy. Of course, inspiration I will get, but doesn't mean that I have to do in this way. Many people, if they understand that if Swami Ishatmananda is touching, all your wishes are fulfilled, you will see such a big line before my ashrama, our ashrama. So that is the only weakness, and he says, Mai sarvani karmani samnyasya adhyatma chetasaha. Renouncing all action to me the God. Here the me, M capital. You give everything to me, whatever work that we do, after completion of the work, go to shrine or take out the photo of your God and tell, God, I have done this much today. Sarvani karmani. Don't think only when you are going and offering the flower, that is the work that you can give to God. No, anything. When you are sweeping, when you are cleaning the room, after doing that, and just close your eyes and remember within your heart the God, today I have done this much and I offer it to you. After the cooking, after delivering the lecture, after completing your duty in your responsibility, only say, this much today I offer it to you. So simple. But one must be very, very what's called guileless and sincere to offer it to God. Not that there's some different way you should do. No, this is that Mai sarvani karmani. Here the sarvani is very, very important. Sarvani karmani. That means all actions, whatever you are doing. Basing on this teaching of Sri Krishna, one of the direct disciples of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and he was a great soul, and we call him Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmanandaji, the first president of the Ramakrishna order. He was the mind-born son of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He told, one person asked him, and there is a book, you can read that book. There's a very practical teachings are there to improve the spirituality. He said, you are working in the office, you don't have time to sit hours together to meditate, no problem. In the morning, when you get up, look at the picture of the Bhagavan and say, good morning. I am going out for the day. Please be with me. Protect me. And you go to the work. Before starting the work in the office, pray to the God. 1 minute or 2. Then in between, when you have a break, remember God. When you complete the work, then also you can say the same thing. And finally, that same thing you do when you are completing the work, closing your desk, you say, up to this today's God, I offer it to you. See? That moi sarvani karmani samnasya. When you are offering that to me, adhyatma chetasa. Adhyatma chetasa means I am performing for the blessings of God, my master. Adhyatma, the spiritual. Viveka buddhya. Shankaracharya says, adhyatma chetasa means viveka buddhya. What is the viveka? Discrimination. I am doing it for God. And I am so great. I am doing the job of God, the work of God. As the Hanumanji, Mahavir Hanuman, he used to constantly think in that way. And whenever any problem came before him, he used to say, I am the servant of Sri Ramachandra, the God Almighty. Who is going to stop me? I am going to perform this work. The tremendous strength and the strength of God, the faith of God, and that is, I am performing the work of God. That is called Adhyatma Chetasa. Nirashi nirmamo bhutva. Now the two qualities will develop. I am doing it regularly, remembering God, offering the result of work is okay. How I will understand that I am really doing it? So anything that you do, there is a result. If you put the sugar, it will become sweet. If it is not becoming sweet, that means you have not given the sugar. So obviously, when you are performing in this way, you are going to get some result. How you will understand that you are progressing in the right direction? Nirashi, nirmama. These two words the God said. Nirashi means devoid of hope. Asha. We always hope. Hey, we will do this, we will do that. Asha. I don't care anything. I am doing it for God. Whether the people will appreciate it or not. Whatever the best knowledge and the capacity I am having, I have done in that way. I am not expecting anything. So nirashi, no asha, no expectation. The people will appreciate, people will criticize, all the time concerned about the reactions of the others. You cannot work. That's called nirashi. And nirmama, no mama iti. There is no aham bodha. I am doing, that is never there. And that is the main example, the real example, our Hanumanji. So Swami Vivekananda said, let Mahavir Hanuman become your idol. He is performing everything. He is doing everything. Not that all the time he is consulting with Ramachandra, guided by Ramachandra. No, he is using his own intellect. He was arrested by Ravana's soldiers and they drag him before the Ravana. Ravana was sitting on a high pedestal on the Simhasana, on the throne, and they asked him to stand in a lower place. Immediately he thought, I am the servant, the representative of Ramachandra. That if I am standing over here, lower place, that will be the insult of my master. So immediately he was a great yogi. He made his tail long and made a round shape and sat on the top, almost equal to the Ravana. And then I said, okay, now you tell me what you want to say. I am the representative of Ramachandra. That means I am also representing a king, and both the kings should be on the same level. This is my throne, now you can talk. It's not the ego, but the tremendous confidence on oneself to serve the God. But anyway, I am not going to do anything that people will criticize my master. No, that I won't never do. So when you are 100% in that way, God will also give you the real right time knowledge, intelligence. So this way, a Viveka Buddha, Nirashi Nirmamo Buddha, being that. What is Nirashi? Not expecting anything. You have asked me to do, oh God, I will do it. Nirmama, nothing belongs to me. I don't care. These two qualities, if you find within yourself, know it for sure, you are progressing in the spiritual life, then you go and do anything if you like. What type of work? Juddha. Juddha, he said, go bhutva, being like that, juddhasya, fight. So this is the secret of work. Now, let us chant from 31 to 40, and the last up to that, this not much, we'll up to 40 we'll chant. Eme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha Shraddhavanta Anasuyanto Muchyante Tepi Karmabhi Eted Anna Abbasuyanta Basuyanta Nanutishtanti मे मतं सर्वज्ञान विमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते सस्वा प्रकृते ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनो श्रेयान् सधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् सनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेया परधर्मो भयावह अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पुरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वाष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः श्री भगवानुवाच काम एष क्रोध एष रजोगुण समुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्यन्न इह वैरिणम् धूमेन अभ्रियते बह्नि यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेन वृतो गर्भ तथा तेने दमावृतम् आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरे अनलेन च इंद्रियाणि मनोबुद्धि अस्याधिष्ठान उच्यते एतैर्विमो हयत्येष ज्ञान आवृत्य देहिनम् तस्मात् त्वम् इंद्रियानाद्यो नियम्य भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रजहिहेनं ज्ञान विज्ञाननाशनम् Indriyani Parannahu Indriyebhya Param Manaha Manasastu Para Buddhi Yo Buddhi Paratastu Saha Evam Buddhi Param Buddhva Samstabhya Atman Atmana Jahi Shatrum Mahabaho Kamarupam Durasadam Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Karma Yoga Nama Tritiya Adhyaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. In our next class, I think that will be the first Saturday of February, first Friday of February. We will discuss the balance, these slokas. So again we will chant from 31 and then we will discuss. So this is how it guides. And the last, when we are concluding, we are mentioning over here, this is Brahma Vidya, this is Yoga Vidya, this is the Upanishad. So lastly, wonderfully it mentions in this way, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su. Then Upanishadsu is the Gita, again this is also the Upanishad. Brahma Vidyayam, this is the Brahma Vidya. Yoga Shastra, this is the scripture which will help you to be united, get united with God. Then how we got it? Krishna Arjuna Sambade. From the discussions between Krishna and Arjuna, and then the chapter, name of the chapter. So that way it goes all the time. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask. And tomorrow in this Hindu temple, I will have 2 lectures, one on yoga. They are having some yoga, that program, a big program, and there I will speak on from 8:45 to 9:15, something like that, the half an hour on the yoga. And then again at 11 o'clock, Mahabharata, and this time according to Mahabharata, Moksha. So these are the 2. If you are free, you can come there in the Hindu temple. That tomorrow, Saturday, from 11 to 12 is the Mahabharata, and I will discuss on the Moksha according to Mahabharata. And before that, that is a yoga. What is yoga, etc., over that. Thank you.